Hello and welcome everyone. In last two videos we have done array related problem from LeetCode, and that's also blind 75 list. Okay, so focusing on to build a problem solving skills that helps you towards programming journey. So in this video we are going to solve another problem that is content duplication. Okay, so this content duplication, you will be given an array, and from that array you have to find out is there any duplicate value. If yes, then you will return true, and if not, then you will return false. So we will break it down step by step, and we will finally write it and finally test it together. So let's begin. Okay, so now we are going to practice hands-on content duplicate program. Okay, so the program is given an integer array, that means number array, and return true if any value appear at least twice in the array. So you will be given an array. That array, if array element is one element is appear more than one time, then it will return 2, and otherwise it will return false if every item is distinct. Okay, every item distinct means if every item is unique, so then it will return false. Okay, I mean here the program is duplicate checking. So example 1, here it will be your input. So this input here we can see 1 is multiple times, so when we run this program then it will return 2. That means appear multiple time one element. Okay, so definitely it's so explanation is the element 1 occurred at the indices 0, I mean index 0 and 3. So 0 1 2 3. So this one indices is 3 and this one indices is 0. So definitely if we solve this problem using this input, then definitely result will be true. Okay, so I just copy this one, I use one compiler. Okay, so you may use it. I just switch it, and if I run it, then I will get definitely. Okay, so the problem is content duplication. I just copy the input number, and yes, so I need, as it's the array or list, so I need to iterate every number. Then I will take some operation, then I can figure out is any element inside the array duplicate, I mean more than one time, appear more than one time, no. So then we can figure out. Okay, so for that's why first of all I just write it down, and right after I will explain it. So I use I have to iterate every number. Okay, for name nums print just num. If I run it, then I will get 1 1 2 3 1 step by step, I mean one by one. Okay, so now it's time to check. So before iteration I declared I use set function. Okay, set method. Okay, why we use set? This set actually we use for it actually stored unique item. Whenever it comes to duplicate item, it skip it. Okay, so it's unordered list, and it stored unique, I mean distinct value. Okay, so that's why I use, it's a built-in data structure in Python programming, so I use it. So now sin if num, this number in sin, then print 2. Okay, and otherwise it is stored that number. Okay, so set function, set data structure, we can, it mutable, we can add, we can remove it. Okay, so if I run it, then I will get 2. Okay, definitely 1 is appear more than twice. So if I write 3, definitely result will be true, and if I write 5, then result will be nothing. So that's why I just write print here false. So now if I run it, then I will get false. Okay, so I just, now it's time to explain. So for that's why I just use print num, okay, and scene list. Okay, so if I run it, then I will get, for the first time scene list is empty. Okay, so the number is, first time the number is 1. So here check, 1 is exist inside this scene list. Scene list is a set, okay, data structure. For the first time set is empty, so it's impossible to something exist inside the scene. Okay, so it will return false, and that's why this line won't execute. And scene list scene set actually add a number, what, 1. Okay, so when it comes second one, I mean 2, then again check here. Now set already hold 1 value. Okay, so it's when it comes to then again check, is to exist, it's a 2, is to exist inside this scene set, no, then again it's add, I mean 1 and 2, and now 3. So again check, is 3 inside this exist inside this scene, no, then again add. And when it comes 5, then again check, is 5 exist inside this scene set, no, then again add. So that's why it return false. Okay, so if we print here outside of loop scene list, then we will see here is 4 item. Okay, so if I write it 1, overwrite it 1, okay, so now we get true. That time we actually remove it. So now it's time to wrap this code inside this function. Okay, so function we use to clean up the code, and function we use for specific job or task. Okay, so I declared so before that diff contents duplicate, so it actually returns something, so I use return, and after that return false. And yes, everything is done, so I need to move it, and it's time to call the function. So result result and nums, and I have to receive it from this parameter. So now if I run it, so then I will get 1, okay, return 2. So it's time to print. So yes, definitely 2. So I just remove this line again. If I run it, and it's return 2, and if I write this, then it will return false. So that's all about. And yeah, so here time complexity is big of n. Okay, so as I use 1 for loop, okay, and I go through all the number, so that's why its time complexity is big of n. So I use this set to store all the number, to check all the number, so that's why this space complexity also big of n. Okay, so that's all that I wanted to say in this video today. Thank you very much for your time, and I hope I make you understand. And if you have any doubt or any confusion, feel free to drop your thoughts inside the comment box. Okay, so see you in the next video. Till then, goodbye.